Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurasou here, coming at you guys with another Monday morning market watch. I know you guys have missed me over the weekend, and trust me, I missed you as well. We have a lot of cards to go over today, especially White Forest. The hype because of HECA hands mainly is pretty crazy, and I'm not too shocked because my first introduction to White Forest was actually through White Forest Runic, which is kind of a stall-esque deck, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, it was probably the most boring deck I've played in years. Even when I won, I felt very unsatisfied, so I ditched it pretty quickly after 3 weeks, and I played pure White Forest, and I really liked that deck a lot. Very complex. I'm not gonna say I was good with the deck because I wasn't. I just didn't have the time to play as much, and White Forest is definitely a deck where you should play it often so you can memorize it more, not mess up. But I really loved it. I loved the artwork. I loved playing it. I loved the interactions, the different combos. Not every turn was the same. It was pretty awesome. So now we have HECA hands, which is coming out. I believe it's called Phantom Revenge. We have like 6, 7, 8 Phantom sets at this point. It's getting a little funky. Konami, I need you to change the vocabulary, okay? But people are looking for there, plus people aren't playing Droll right now, which I assume that will change during the next format, or at least when we have HECA hands here, and just Phantom Revenge in general. I'm looking forward to that, and Killer Tunes. Those decks look great. So we are going to look at Phantom Revenge when we get some more ideal prices because there was a delay. And we're going to get right into this video. Make sure to just hit that like button, subscribe. If you're buying anything off TCG Players, my link down in the description below. And let me know what cards down in the description below what I'm going over next market watch, as well as hit that notification bell so you don't miss an upload. Enough yapping, we're going to get into it here. Saint Azamina Secret. So I told people this was good at $2. Same with the White Forest Field Spell and LZ. This was the only one I was sort of wrong on. I said, you know what? It went up to 5, but I really thought it would go higher. It went to 8. We were happy, and now it is 9 here. We do have a wall of 24 and 30 though. But remember, this wall is of $9.50. This one has $4 shipping. People only need one copy of this card, unless the builds are different. Guys, if I mess up anything when I talk about HECA hands and White Forest, please let me know in the comment section below, just because people are still playing with the deck. We don't know how builds are going to change. So maybe wrong would be the wrong answer, but any information you'd like to add as well, we'd love to hear it. But yeah, 4 plus 9, that's 13. So people are paying 13 a copy after this wall, and that's a lot for this one of. I'll be real. I don't expect this to go to 15, 20s, but if the hype is real and the deck gets results, could go up even further. LZ Azamina the White Forest, $16, $18 here for your copies. So going up and up and up for this card. If you got this card when it was $3, $4, when I told you, good job, you made some money. The OG LZs are $8 here. About 8, 9. Not too bad for LZs. When these dropped to 2 or 3, I said, wow, this is cooked. When we got the Prismatic, we've been going up to 12s, while we have the Mega Pack here at about $6 here. So we have a lot of the Mega Pack, and it's good that this is gathering a little bit of value. I definitely feel like LZ dropped very hard when we first got the reprint announced, but that's what happens when, let's be real, Secret and Prismatic Secret, everyone looks at that and goes, oh, I don't care as long as it's matching, it's Secret. Some people will probably prefer Prismatic, some people will probably prefer OG. But it's the same shit, different day, right? McDonald's is McDonald's, basically, right? So that's how people look at LZ back then, and it just tanks the value. But luckily, it looks like we're kind of recovering here, 3.5s to 4s. And then the OG, I do want to go over this. These are about $5. They were like, $5, $6. They had like a panic drop, and then they go up to 6. I don't have Deception up, so I do want to look at Deception very quickly. Deception does not want to load up. Okay, so we're going to type it out. Deception. So we have the QC at like 55. I feel like I have one of these lying around. You have the Prismatics at $5, $6, and then you have the OGs about $6 here. Still going to be a one of. This card's just very recyclable. I don't see anyone playing more than one, so not too shocked there. The Field Spell, $6 here. I told people this was the best dollar card to get back during tin, when we started getting the tins, and a little bit before when we had the whole list. And you guys know I don't like to be a broken record unless it's glazing myself, which, of course I'm going to glaze myself. Obviously the narcissism is a bit of jokes. 1 or 2 people don't really catch that. But yeah, $6 for your Field Spell. Diabell, Queen of the White Forest Secrets are $2, 2.5, 3. I never really understood why this card was so cheap, seeing how, in my opinion, it is one of the best White Forest extra deck cards, because you get any spell or trap and it just helps you recycle. You do have the ultras, but they're not secrets. I still think this is a good card to get $2-3 if you really want it. Very, very, very good card. Tales of the White Forest, just $1. I don't really see it going up anytime soon. Now, the QCs are moving. Now, right now, your QCs are 32, 35, 40, going up to 47, even like 58 here. And guys, well, let's say 56 because there's at least, 3 copies. If you guys want to make, White Forest and you want high rarity ever, I would definitely get them right now. I said 20s was too low when this card was like closer to 20s, and it was. You see it right there, from the high. I don't know why it was that cheap ever. That was ridiculous, but now they are bouncing back. They're doubling. So if you got them at 20s, hey, you might actually have a pretty penny in your trade binder right now. Silvera, probably the other best White Forest card, just because on your opponent's turn, the fact that you could double Eclipse, I mean, that's amazing, right? 38 going up to 50s, 55, 60. If you want to get your cheaper copies, go ahead. Roselia. Now, I love this card because this is my favorite looking White Forest card. I know people are going to be looking at me like, yo, Sakurasou, are you sure about that? There's a lot of cool cards with White Forest. And they are. I really like it. Like, I like Snake Eyes Doom. That one's really cool, even though it's not really exactly a White Forest card. I really like that one. And I actually just like want it because it's a wanted poster, and I think that's really cool. But this is my first because it kind of reminds me of, I love vampires, I really do. And this reminds me of Rosario Vampire. It's a pretty old manga and anime, and it was probably my introduction to non-mainstream manga and anime back then, because, we all grew up with Toonami. If you're my age, I'm 27. And your first introduction was either like Dragon Ball, Naruto, Bleach, and there's nothing wrong with that because, hey, I love Naruto, I love DBZ, right? And I like Bleach a bit, but I've got a wishy-washy relationship with it. But besides that, that's how I kind of got to anime. So if you made it this far in the video, I would love to know. If you don't want to comment a card to go over next Market Watch or anything about the Yugioh market, let me know what was your kind of gateway into more anime, I would love to hear it. But yeah, just love this card right now. I didn't even know if I looked at the price. $31, $33, $34. Not too bad here. Definitely the worst one of the big three here. So, Elza Azamina of the White Forest. Now, I got rid of my copy around 80, 90. Right now, they're 35. They do go up to 50. With the secrets being 17, do you want to pay double for a QC? I think that's very fair. I think that's really good. Elza the White Forest right now is 72. 76, 83. So I actually don't know how low this card really was. But it looks like this card was never really below 70. This card's always been some money. Tails right here, $20. Okay, $20. This isn't the QC, that you really need to get here. Diabell, the Black Witch, 83, 85, going up to 100. I told you guys, 54, 55. Get it at 54, 55. I said this is a card that can easily hit triple digits if you sleep on it, right? All that needs to happen is the Wanted engine comes back. Maybe Snake Eyes can reuse this card when, they start getting more of their stuff. Like we get OSS unbanned if we ever do. And it's a lore archetype, right? So this is always going to be good. People didn't want to listen to me. And right now you already got a $30-something jump. So if you got to place it, you're already up 100. Basically, because, you got it, let's say 50, like 53, 83, $90 actually, let's call it. This card goes up to 100. Okay, now you're up a lot more. So that's pretty amazing. So definitely if you got on the train for this, and you got the 10% credit, you're up even higher. Oh man, that's good. That's good eating. Diabell, the Black Witch Plats, they're $7. This is not a bad version to get. If you want to get a bling bling version, get the Plat, $7. Not bad. I rocked the Plat for a while. Ultis. Now, this is a card that I always got rid of. I was like, you know what? Is OTS going to just keep being worth nothing? I always got rid of this card whenever I got it as a vendor. I wanted to keep it for myself. Right now, they're $12. You know what? We're going to put filters because light play, near mint, light play, near mint, mod by 3 different people. Yeah, 3 different people having a mod play in a row. That's kind of weird. Light play. Let's see what a near mint copy is. These are 20 listings. You got 12. does go up to 16, so not too bad. It's not like this card is getting completely bought out, but we could see it is rising. This card was like $9, $10, and that's when I decided to keep a copy for myself. I think I paid like $7 for mine, and I said, cool. Guess I'll throw this somewhere. It's not even in my White Forest deck. The Plat is still in my White Forest deck. But I actually want the secret rare from the like Exodia set that's blue. That looks really cool. I might want to try that rarity, but it's no rush to me. I don't have the time to play this game as much as I'd like to anymore. But the good news is I don't get burnt out ever, because you can't get burnt out of something you're not able to do much, right? That's how I avoid burnout, by the way. But yeah, not too bad for this. I actually want to see what this set is looking like in general. Take a little break from White Forest. Right now you've got Phantom Ubel. Okay, I told people to get this at $7, and we can clearly see it was $7, $5s even. I say had the spike, and then went back down 13, 14, 16, 17. I think the card could easily be 20s one day easily. Just put 2, and then low voiceless voice, $6. I actually have QC. I don't hate the ulti, but with how QCs are, I looked at it, I'm like, you know what? Voiceless was a deck I stuck with for a few months. So usually I usually only stick to a deck for like a month. Unless it's like an older deck, because it's technically in rotation for me a lot, but Chicken Games are $, 16 listings. Moons are $. Not bad to get for the band collection, by the way. Not bad at all. And then everything else, the common is up here. I don't know why. Sandgant Summoning, super 10 cents, but they made it QC. Yeah, the rest of this set is just worthless. Then you have Diabellstar, the OG. These are 60. Now, I said to get both because I said, all right, I know that the market is going to get the alt art because, like, it's sexy, right? People like their sexy cards. They love their waifu cards. I got to have another waifu market watch pretty soon, right? I like this one a lot because she looks more like a witch, right? And I think that's really cool. I mean, there's so much to love about this artwork, right? Even if you're like not into the waifu aspect, the aesthetic looks dope as fuck. And there's a cat. I mean, I don't know why it's orange. There's probably a lore reason why it's orange and not black. Maybe it's because of the color scheme. They wanted you to actually notice the cat. That's actually, I don't know. Maybe it's good that it wasn't a black cat. It's a little unique, right? Halloween Diabellstar skin. But then you got this one where she's on her Talon vibes, right? From League of Legends. I told people, hey, people are probably going to go for the waifu card, but you know what? Get both just in case. You're not going to lose. Right now, these are still $60. I would prefer, I don't know. I'd probably play this just because I do have one for my personal collection. Wanted Plats are $10. I mean, they were always like 6, 7, so not too shocking here. But the secrets here are the QCs, these Plats. Whoa, man, the secrets were this price. They were at one point. Sean, if you remember, 112, 120. Not too bad. Then we have the secrets here at about $5. These are for original. If you're watching this video right now, I would definitely go get OGs. I told people that's like $2, $3. Yeah, get a place of OGs so you have it. They've doubled. I still think this is a great price. Like, it does go up to 15s on the next page, but I don't know if people are going to play that. The supers are $3 as well. So if you need these just to have, well, guess what? If you got secrets back in the day, you probably paid less and got a nicer rarity and original print. So booyah. The secrets here are $3 as well, though. So I don't know why people are buying supers and then secrets. I think maybe the reason is because when you go all versions, you'll have the OG secret, you'll have the prismatic that's a little more, and then you have the super, which is technically the cheapest. View all versions doesn't show you all versions, and I think that's lame. So I'm just saying, might as well get the secrets instead of the supers. Also, very quickly, if you guys want to know a great place to make a Yu-Gi-Oh! Market portfolio, have you ever guys watched any of these Market Watch? Kind of want to make your own portfolio? Well, here you could. This is all the cards from this Market Watch. It's in the description below. TCG Creator is the name. I know the guy from the site, and he's really cool. He's always helping out. He's always improving the site. And what you can make your own portfolio, like I said, or you could just go down in the description, click mine, and have my cards. So if you ever want to go back, you can check. Plus, when you click one of these cards, it takes you to a TCG player right away. And on mobile, I don't know about you guys, but maybe it's because I fat finger a lot, but I always like to use this app for mobile because, like, oh, I can just go here and then whatever card, all that. Also, whenever you click one of these cards, use my affiliate link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. And we're gonna go further now. So PCRs for $5 here. I'm gonna put this sponsor way later. It's not even a sponsor, it's just a channel. Hallowed Azamina are about $1. Now I've been seeing deck lists run more than one. This was a one of, and now it looks like people are playing more than one. I've seen 2 and 3, and I don't want to give false information per se, but this might be a card you might want to grab. Also, not a financial advisor. And if you guys haven't hit that like button yet and subscribed, I don't know what you're doing. Now, we are past the White Forest. All right. Funny enough, I've had market watches end before this. So hopefully you guys like the longer market watches. A lot of you seem to have been, besides like one person. Divine Golden Shadow Dragon Dragalix. And by the way, if you're that one person, no shade to you. I love your honest opinion. $6 all around here. I always told people this was a buy low, sell high card. Get this at $1 or $2. This card's great, right? Whenever we have like 7 Tachyon and all that, very good to grab. It can be played in Ryzel, a meta relevant deck. $6 here, and we never know when we might get more photon support too. It does technically search a galaxy card, so keep that in mind. $6. Then you have the CR at like 16, 18, going up to 20. Very cheap for this card, honestly. Very cheap. Vampire Sheridan. This is a card that HECA Hands is playing around with. Right now, your secrets are about $2, $3. In fact, let's actually put near mint light play. About $2, $3 here. Going up to about, $5. Then you have your first editions. Definitely a card that is going up in value. I actually always had a couple of these just from bulk. This card was a bulk card for a very long time. And if you guys did not know, this debuted alongside Sky Strikers for the first time. If you guys didn't know, yeah, this is the set where Sky Strikers originally came from. I feel like I'm an unk just looking at this stuff. What's OG Engage at? $10. That's still pretty good. Man, I remember when I broke my back trying to get these for the YCS in 2019. Man, oh man. Sky Striker Ace 0 Starlight Rare is going up to the moon. 200, 225, 240. Do we have to act surprised? Do I have to add any comments in here? No. Sky Striker Ace 0 secrets are about 25, going up to 33. Again, these boxes are not that bad to get at, this cheap price they are. I think they're like 30, 35, pretty cheap. Secretarion Dragon, these are 93, 95. I mean, as long as Draco Tail exists, this is going to be a very good card. And I think that this card does have applicability in the future as well. 1 Dragon plus 1 Spellcaster. If it was a contact fuse, if they ever try to really make it a contact fuse, it definitely would be different. Lunalight Gold Leo, but that'd be broken. 54, going up to 107. You got these when they were like 40. Good job. You made some money. I mean, you still have like a few copies here before 80, 100. Lunalight just isn't meta relevant enough to have a $100 Starlight right now, but it is a fan favorite deck. And you never know what could happen with it. So definitely keep it in mind. Very quickly, guys, if you enjoyed the channel, consider being a channel member. I know you guys usually skip this, but just hear me out. The lowest tier is $2. If you do, you get access to channel member videos, as well as emotes, and possibly even more, because the more channel members I get, the more I want to invest into doing YouTube. And I'm not saying that because I necessarily want to make YouTube my job, but it's just the fact that I would love to do a market watch once a day. But if you guys didn't know, I'm the sole breadwinner of the house, so I have to work. And I have to manage everything like that. That's also kind of why I stick to a schedule, so that, I have, videos don't get delayed, and all that. So it would be really helping me out. There's members for 2, 5, 10, whatever you guys would love to give. Hey, I'd appreciate it. And thank you to all my YouTube channel members. I appreciate you. Rent money magia, as Jay likes to call it. Ultis are 40, 45. PCRs are about 45, 50. Am I shocked? Not even a little bit. In fact, honestly, a box for 118 isn't even that bad. I actually do have sealed boxes of this set still, and I was stupid to not get more. I was very stupid not to get more. But I don't know how I feel about Rarity 5, especially because I'm doing more One Piece sealed. To flip now, it's just a lot easier. I don't know how to describe it, but the red Gatorade just it's dry. Kind of like red wine, also dry. Don't know how to describe it. Like, I don't feel that flavor with any other one. I gotta get purple though. Purple rocks. But yeah, sealed for 118 is not bad for a sealed box. If you got this at the 10%, you're looking at about maybe a 102, 103. Not terrible for a box. And you have banger QCs here, bangers after banger. Ashes are 58 only. That's actually pretty good. Lady Labyrinth of Silver Castle. Right now, these are $40. Going up to 65. I'm kind of wondering if people are expecting Labyrinth support. Now, that's something I've called already, but we're getting, I believe, it's like more lab merchandise. I think it was either a mat. I can't really recall, but it happened within the last few days, and they have, it's like a Trapaholic mat, I believe. And then we also got Trapaholic as a card, which is Labyrinth themed, and we have, we always, Konami likes to give a little love to Lab sometimes still. They know it's a fan favorite. We're going to get Lab support eventually. I don't see us not ever getting it. So might want to grab these before they go up, up and away. Gear Giga X. All right. $5. Not too bad for this card. Not bad at all. Drytron Nova. Now, I always told people we're probably going to get Drytron support eventually. Right now, these are $4 here, going up to $5. This card was pretty cheap. If we go 6 months in, you could see it. It's like a dollar-esque. Like, it says the average was $2 to $3.50. Well, and because it shows a little number there, and then it shows $2.28. I do remember seeing these for like $1.50 plus tax, something like that. I always told people to grab them, and now they're $4. If you got them, good job. Plus, a lot of people were valuing this QC at like $1. Nobody even wanted to get rid of it because it was so cheap. This was definitely a bum pool, but it definitely is a card that was an amazing reprint. Steelsworm Roach QC is $3. This card's been meta relevant quite a few times before. It will again. $3. Very, very cheap. Cheaper than a big McChicken, especially if you're like me and you want cheese. I still remember the day where I got charged, they wanted $1.49 for a single slice of cheese. I didn't eat my McChicken on the way home. I put some, I slammed some cheese on it. And I remember this was July, I believe this was July 2023. I don't know why I remember the month, but it was like closer to National Hamburger Day or something. So they were running like a sale. I'm like, yeah, McDonald's is right there. And from that, and I was like, no, I'm not paying $5 for McChicken. And then I just stopped eating McDonald's. And I'll still eat it like once in a blue moon here and there, but like I used to eat it more often. Same with fast food in general. And then I just cut it from the prices. I don't know if you guys are like that at all, but that's how I stopped like eating fast food. Like I'll still eat out, but it's like at restaurants and stuff, which like Chili's is the play, by the way. Link into the Reigns. Now this card is a card that's always talked about being good, but I've never really seen this get results. You got 15 listings here. You got $3 here. 3, 5, going up to $6 here. And the second page, it's like going up and up. I don't know if someone knows something. I don't. Maybe it's something with HECA hands. Probably not. But I'd love to know if you know in the comment section below. This is kind of sneaky beaky like, but sometimes I don't know the information on why something gets bought out. I could just tell you guys that it is. And usually I always make like a correction near like the end of the next market watch and stuff. So Archfiend Eccentric. Now this is still a what's it called, a card that is sometimes sided. This card was pretty good, and supers were like $10 at one point. Right now these are about $1.50, $2. Definitely a card you might want to slowly pick up. I mean, getting maybe 2 play sets with how cheap it is, like $2. Yeah, getting 2 play sets, $12. Very, very good play right here. Eye of Timaeus. Now we already talked about this card. That's why I left at the end to the end. $7 now. This card was around 5-ish to 6. They do go up on the bottom of the page to $10, and there's not a single person with 2 copies. Second page, $15, $21. Am I shocked? No, not at all, right? Especially when we get more DM support. This is used as a fusion. It's Eye of Timaeus. Not shocked really at all. If you got this card when it was cheap, like $5, good job. You might hit a 3 to 4x here. Possibly even higher than a 4x, but hey, don't want to get too cocky, right? With that, and think about like, if it does hit that 4x, I mean, you got 60 and you only spent 15. That's pretty good. These are kind of cards that they don't crash. They don't crash when they go down. I'll always say that. In fact, the sales history, I mean, yeah, I mean, someone bought one even after the sale here. Not too bad. With that being said, boys, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe, check out the sponsors. Also, Whatnot, if you want $15 of credit, it's an awesome site. You get yourself 2 copies via Tomias there for free if you register using my link. And you're probably going to get them for cheaper because they don't always sell at full price. Awesome site. Go check it out. Go check out a TCG creator. Consider being a channel member. Like, comment, all that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.